Welcome to Fallout Equestria. My name is Ukedideka. Fallout Equestria was written by Kkat. The opening piece of music was the main theme from the Fallout Equestria animated series by TheRockingFeller. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, is owned by Hasbro. Fallout, a post-nuclear role-playing game, is owned by Bethesda. This is a fan work using both of these as inspiration. This work is not for profit. Ante up. Prologue of Pipbucks and Cutiemarks. If I'm going to tell you about the adventure of my life, explain how I got to this place, with these people, and why I did what I'm going to do next, I should probably start by explaining a little about Pipbucks. What is a Pipbuck? A Pipbuck is a device, worn on a foreleg just above the hoof, issued to every pony in a stable when they become old enough to start work. A blending of unicorn pony magic and science. Your Pipbuck will keep a constant measure of your health, and even help administer healing poultices and other medicine. Track and organise everything in your saddle packs. Assist in repairs, and keep all manner of notes and maps available at a hoof tap. Plus, it allows you to listen to the stable broadcast whenever you should like, as it can tune into and decrypt just about any radio frequency. And that's not all. A pony's Pipbuck generates an EFS, Eyes Forward Sparkle, that will help indicate direction and help gauge whether ponies or creatures around you are hostile. And, perhaps most impressively, a Pipbuck can magically aid you in a fight for brief periods of time through use of the SATS, Stable-tec Arcane Targeting spell. Oh, and a feature not to be forgotten, it can keep track of the location of tagged objects or people, including the wearers of other Pipbucks. So, if a pony somehow got lost, don't ask me how you could get lost in a stable, but it does happen on occasion, then any pony who knew the lost pony's tag could find them instantly. It can even be made to glow like a lamp. So, yes, Pipbucks really are a testament to unicorn pony arcane science. And yes, having a Pipbuck is a big advantage. So, with how wonderful and miraculous all that just sounded, it's hard to impress upon ponies who never lived in a stable just how ordinary, how pedestrian a Pipbuck was in the eyes of the ponies living in Stable 2. And why I was disappointed to have one as my Cutiemark. Every pony in Stable 2 had a Pipbuck. All that stuff I mentioned, most ponies don't even use half of that. They just used it to tune into the stable broadcast. Listen to the sweet, sweet voice of Velvet Remedy in the evenings, or to the latest school singing competitions during the day. The stable had 2 soccer leagues, one which allowed SATs, and one which prohibited it. Otherwise, most ponies paid their Pipbucks almost no attention at all. The Overmare issues each pony their own Pipbuck on the day of their Cutiemark party, usually a day or two after you get the mark on your flanks that tells every pony what makes you special, what you're destined to be good at. Once it shows, the Overmare knows what work to assign you. You know your place in the stable. So, no, I was not thrilled that what made me special was something that every pony had, which was a lot like being told I wasn't special at all. Sure, getting a Pipbuck as my Cutiemark could have meant that I was destined to become an awesome Pipbuck repair filly or something. But in reality, it was like getting a Cutiemark of a Cutiemark. It didn't help that I was the last pony to get a Cutiemark. Not surprising in retrospect. Kind of tough to find what you're supposed to be good at when what you're supposed to be good at is something you don't get until after you've found what you're supposed to be good at. So I tried everything. I even tried to invent new things. As a unicorn pony myself, my innate magics allow me a level of fine manipulation that the earth ponies just don't enjoy. Any pony can hold a key in their mouth and open a lock, but using multiple tools in a very delicate operation, that requires precision levitation. So I decided to learn to pick locks with a bobby pin and a screwdriver, and I was even getting pretty good at it. Unfortunately, it didn't get me my Cutiemark, it just got me into trouble. I even, to my humiliation, went through the CAT, Cutiemark Aptitude Test, in hopes that it would guide me to what made me special. But no, my cat was utterly average, with only marginally higher scores in a couple areas, indicating that I might be suited to work as a Pipbuck technician, or a stable loyalty inspector. Two options that I could note that were even less impressive when you considered that it was generally expected that unicorn ponies would go into either technical or administrative work. That is, except the unicorn ponies, who are natural artists like Velvet Remedy. As I said before, our inherent magic allows us the sort of fine manipulation that technical work demands. Otherwise, the Overmare and her government were always unicorn ponies. It was the Overmare's unicorn magic, after all, that creates the false sunlight used to grow our underground apple orchard. And while our apples might not look like those beautiful red things in the old books, they are what keep us alive. It was only because they let me try my hooves at both positions that I gained access to a Pipbuck before receiving my own. Otherwise, I might never have received my Cutiemark. Oh, and my name is LittlePip. Go figure, I was given the name because I was the youngest and the smallest. Even my mother had the good sense not to call me Pipsqueak. Not that I don't love her, but when a filly's Cutiemark is a glass of hard apple cider. Anyway, it's funny how names like that turn out sometimes. Pleased to meet you. Here's my story.